Hi everyone and welcome back to Miss Craftsalot's Lair. I am Barbie and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Beloit, Wisconsin. And I am back today after, after a little bit of time off to show you how to make this super simple, beautiful card. It's a variation of I believe she called it a window card. I was trying to find it, couldn't find it, but this is my variation of the card. So today we're using the Butterfly Wishes stamp set, and I love this stamp set. I am so happy. We found out last week what was being retired and what is carrying over, and this is one that's carrying over, and I'm super happy about it because I love this stamp set. And we're using the Big Butterfly today and the Birthday Wishes sentiment. Real easy here today. We have a Whisper White card base. This is my go-to. It's 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And then a piece of the Perennial Essence, I believe. It is called, let me see here. Perennial Essence DSP, I believe this is. I'm sorry. Yep, Perennial Essence. See, I gotta just trust myself and go with it. So this is cut at 4 by 5 1/4. And then we have a piece of Whisper White that is 4 by 4. And then a little scrap to stamp the butterfly and fussy cut it out. So I will show you quick how I did the window. So I did on the original have the Whisper White just a little bit longer on one side, so it was more rectangular. But I figured I'll make it a little easier. And this is the new cutter from Stampin' Up! But I figured I was going to make it a little easier and make the Whisper White square. So how I went about and cut this window sheet, or little window out, is the fact that I got it here on, so one corner was on one side. If you can see that. I got a little bit of a glare. Move it over, maybe we can get rid of the glare. There we go. So I have the one corner on the 1 inch, and then I crossed over and did the other corner on the 1 inch line on the other side. So then that way it will give you 1 inch on either side of the cut. And then I just went ahead and cut it. And so that is what I get after doing that. Sorry, I was a little off camera. So we have that, and I tell you, this last couple weeks has been pretty crazy. But I'm going to use the Blackberry Bliss stamp pad. Mine's looking kind of funky for some reason. I don't know. And I'm going to go ahead and, instead of stamping the hello was from a different stamp set. I figured we'll just keep it Butterfly Wishes today. And stamp my Birthday Wishes. And then on the scrap piece of paper here, I'm going to stamp the butterfly. And again, I am sorry that I was kind of missing on you guys. I had a pretty good accident. Walked out the back step and fell over and sprained my ankle pretty good. So I haven't been able to get down into my craft room like I've wanted to, and yeah. I've been trying to keep up with my blogging and stuff to make sure that you guys know that I'm still around. I didn't forget about it. I just couldn't make the stairs to come to my craft room and do this. And then my overused Stampin' Chamois, but it still works, so we're all good. And even if that, I still have another side. See? This is what it looks like when you get it, and this is what it looks like after you've used it for a couple months. That's okay, it gets stained, but like the stamps, if it gets stained, it's still good, as long as you can get it rinsed out. And so, I'm gonna go ahead and fussy cut my butterfly here. But yeah, so it's been a couple of weeks where I've been having my foot sitting up on pillows and icing it and heating it, and it's just not been fun. But I did manage to get some other things done here and there. I couldn't make it downstairs to my craft room, so my children brought a whole bunch of stuff from upstairs downstairs for me. And so I have a nice project of cleaning up my craft room as soon as I'm fully healed here. It's still a little painful, but I'm making it around now. I just have to stop being so stinking klutzy. Oh, I hear my puppy running up and down the basement stairs. Alright, so my butterfly is all cut out now, and I'm rearranging my my space here. Alright, so I need more of my dimensionals. I'm running out of dimensionals on this one sheet, so I think I'm going to have to take out another pack. So, I'm going to put this aside for now, because I want to make sure that I'm getting these pieces right where they need to be. And that's not going to be as easy if I have this background on the card already. So I'm going to use 5 dimensionals, which is pretty much all I have on this sheet. And then I'm going to peel the dimensional backs off, obviously. So there's going the list of the retiring last chance items. I'm going to have in the description below, and probably hopefully if I can figure it out today, I'm going to have it across the bottom here on the screen, so you can go ahead and find out what is retiring. I haven't made a retirement video, which I probably should for you guys. So then that way you guys know what you need to get over there and grab if you want to grab it before it goes out and you don't have a chance to get it. Brand new from Stampin' Up. But I was kind of surprised by some of the things that are being retired. One of the shocking things for me is the Stampin' or the embossing buddy. And I think I kind of jinxed it because I had thought, like, 4 months ago, for some reason, I thought that it had been retired, which it had not been at that point in time. So I think I may have jinxed it. But the embossing buddy, the aqua painters that I've used quite a bit, those are being retired. And then a few of my favorite stamp sets are being retired. And so now I'm going to place this here. If you're wanting to make sure that you're putting these in the right directions, you can always just lay them out first and then just flip them over. I like it so they're going diagonal from the top left to the bottom right. I think they kind of look better that way. My preference, you might want to go the other way. I'm not going to sit here and judge. I'm going to use up some of these side dimensionals for the butterfly though. That I am going to do. Now I'm trying to keep the dimensionals for the butterfly somewhat between here. So the butterfly is actually going to be kind of resting on the two Whisper White pieces. Otherwise it's going to be raised up more and you're not, it's going to be up even farther and it's going to be hard to get it into the envelope to get it to send, and it's going to be extra money to send. Most likely. So I like to make sure that it's at least one dimensional height tall, if that makes any sense. And then go ahead and rest your butterfly right on there. Normally I don't put all this stuff on until I have it on the card front. But like I said, it's a lot easier to know where you're going with stuff if you've already got it set up. So now I'm going to make sure my snail is open. And this is another thing that's going to be retiring, which is which to me is just, I have to wrap my head around it still, is our snail is retiring and we are going to have a completely new adhesive in its place. So that is another thing I've got to like wrap my head around. Like, wait a second, snail? You're getting rid of my snail? So as soon as I can get that and show it to you guys, but I'll just put out there that our snail is retiring. And then this is going to be centered as best as I can on the front of the card and get it all nice and adhered there. And there we are, a finished card. Isn't that cute? You could throw on some rhinestones and stuff, or if you did not have the dimensionals, you could always put the pieces straight onto the background, which, I mean, in reality, yeah. And like I said, the rhinestones, you can put some rhinestones on here if you wanted to and jazz it up just a little bit more. But this is kind of the like, I'd say mid-range for the step card. If you want to do, like I said, if you want to do simpler, then you can just adhere it straight to the background. If you wanted to jazz it up more, you could add extra paper to it. You could put rhinestones on it. You could stamp just a little bit more. You could run this part through an embossing folder if you wanted to. So it's, like I said, this is kind of a mid-range card on technicality range, but I hope that you like this card. And until next time. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this project, please like, share, subscribe, and watch more. You can find links to my Stampin' Up! Store, blog, dimensions, and the product list in the description below. Until next time.